Good evening, everyone. My name is Gospel Okoye, presenting my DMP project paper on obesity intervention plan. Physical inactivity is liable for around 3.2 million deaths every year globally, ranking fourth as the leading cause of premature death. The level of activity declines in adults with age. Since many people do not follow physical activity recommendations, it is vital to seek alternative approaches that can be incorporated into clinical practices to ensure a healthier population. Several studies have revealed that smartphone applications and wearables are practical and appealing interventions for increasing physical activity. There are many popular health and fitness activity apps on Google Play and iTunes, but it is evident that only some people use them correctly. It is therefore paramount to ensure that such interventions are firmly rooted in health behavior change theory for positive outcomes. This paper is a PICOT study that seeks to ascertain whether using physical activity at home through smartphone application reminders helps reduce body mass index BMI for African American male adults with obesity. Gale and Mbalika argue that obesity is a notable risk factor for hypertension, type 2 diabetes, cancers, and cardiovascular diseases. The United States has continued to report the highest numbers of adult obesity due to labor-saving technologies, metabolic disorders, and high-calorie food intake with no physical activity balance, increasing weight, which results in obesity. Weight gain over time, especially after age 18, increases the mortality rate due to ischemic heart disease. Physical activity is a non-modifiable behavior that can prevent non-communicable diseases. Since a relationship exists between age increase and decrease in physical activity, interactive smartphone technologies can boost interventions delivery to increase physical activity. Successful evidence-based practice implementation is challenging and requires appropriate approaches with proper felicitation. It should be accessible and easy to use, engage stakeholders, be based on clinically driven issues, and have a strategic partnership. The availability of evidence, context, felicitation, and resources determine the successful implementation of evidence into practice. Best practices in nursing therefore calls for the performance of available evidence from research and peer-reviewed journals into practice and the engagement of relevant stakeholders. Western culture is characterized by overeating, snacking, and high sugar and fat intake, causing metabolic distortions, oxidative stress, reactive oxygen species, weight gain, weight gain and obesity. According to Reina et al., 2013, previous studies have shown that physical activities positively influences non-communicable diseases, weight gain, and obesity. Lee et al. 2016 also state that physical activity can help to treat and prevent sarcopenic obesity. Despite many studies on physical activity and obesity, few studies concentrate on using a smartphone application to reduce BMI. De Rito et al. Argue that despite the increase in smartphone apps, there is scarce empirical evidence to support effectiveness of these apps on targeted health behaviors. If this study is successful, Then it can be used to promote physical activity to enhance BMI and obesity reduction in African American population and society at large. The study is a controlled trial of 40 obese African American male adults age 18 and above from a local church divided into two groups. One group comprises 20 male adults between 18 to 35 years of age, and the other group males above 30 years of age. Half of the participants in each group will be randomized to use an immersive smartphone app, Google Fit. In contrast, the other half will maintain the usual lifestyle as the control group. Google Fit is a free smartphone application that can tackle fitness health issues. It can count expended calories, mark heart points, count minutes used in motion in a day, distance traveled, track weight, heart rate, and sleep acquired. Participants will be subjected to 8 weeks program with a daily run or walk of 1 kilometer. BMI measurement shall be undertaken at the beginning of the project for all participants. The participants will be required to record their daily weight measurements to facilitate the weekly calculations of BMI. The primary outcome is reduced BMI due to the intervention of increased physical activity by the end of 8 weeks. The secondary effects include psychological satisfaction, enjoyment, cardiorespiratory fitness, self-efficacy, and the ability to accept and use the apps. I will be the facilitator and the implementer of this project. Young men are typical users of smartphones and gadgets compared with older men. And the successful completion of this project will help to ascertain if smartphone application use can help to increase physical activity at home across all ages. And if physical activity can result in increased BMI reduction compared to the usual lifestyle across ages. Intervention delivery plan. I intend to hold a brief seminar under the permission of the local pastor in the church to inform the members of my planned project. All members shall be educated about the risks of obesity among adults. I understand that stakeholders play a significant role in project implementation and can be used to influence public opinion on the projected change. To acquire their support, I will engage them in an interactive seminar to create awareness of my evidence-based project on obesity. The participants have a BMI greater than 30 and free from interruptive medications, possesses smartphones, and are willing to undertake the 8-week program. On a helpful basis, I will pick 40 obese male adults of African American origin for the project. I will educate the participants on the importance of the physical activity program, the expected BMI reduction, and numerous associated health benefits. They will be educated on other ways to maintain a healthy BMI, such as eating and seeking outside support. The participants will be taught how to download the app on their phones. Once the app is downloaded, a special session will be held to educate them on how to use the application independently at home and record their weights every day, 1 kilometer run or walk. A reminder shall be sent to participants using the app every day. Each group shall have a leader who shall work closely with me to help them maintain interactive relationships, and solve arising issues during the week. Every Sunday after church, a meeting shall be held to check the progress, answer questions, and ascertain BMI levels. At the end of the 8 weeks, a comparison using a regression tool shall be conducted to determine the primary and secondary outcomes. This is the end of my intervention plan. Thank you.